All right, so when it comes to the sign up process, this is fairly straightforward. All you need to do is head over to the eBay homepage and register for an account. And I'm going to show you what you need to know when it comes to this part of the process. But I do want to add that if you do have an eBay account already that you've been using to buy things from, this one might be better to use when it comes to starting up your eBay business, because you would have built up that trust and you would have put yourself in a position to potentially be able to list a lot more items than someone that's starting off with a brand new account. In addition to that, you would have also built up your feedback profile, because the same feedback that you get as a buyer counts towards the same feedback score that customers are going to see when you start selling items. So all in all, it's better for you to use an existing eBay account that you might already have. But again, if you don't have an eBay account already, it's not a problem. All you need to do is head over to the eBay homepage just like this, and then come over here to where it says register. And from this point, eBay is going to ask you whether you want to sign up for a personal account or a business account. Now at this stage, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. You can pick the personal account and then you're going to be able to switch it over to a business account later on. The main differences between these two is the fees that you might have to pay. I believe that business accounts pay less fees and you've got a little bit more options when it comes to customizing your store. But again, at this stage, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. You're going to simply need to fill out your name, your first name, last name, email address, password, and just go through the process of making sure that you provide all of your accurate information to eBay so they can get your account set up. All right, so moving on to the next most important thing that you need to know when it comes to starting out with eBay dropshipping, which is knowing the best products to sell, knowing how to find them, which type of products are the best ones, and where exactly do you start when it comes to doing product research. Now, there's a lot that goes into this, and I'm going to break it down so that it's super simple for you. But essentially what you want to do is find items that customers are already buying. Because if you're able to do product research and figure out exactly, number one, what customers are searching for, and number two, if they're actually spending money on it, then of course, you're going to put yourself in a position when it comes to generating sales from your eBay business. And I'd probably say that the best first step to take when it comes to doing product research is to go over to a dropshipping supplier's website and see exactly what products they have available. And then from there, you can see if customers are spending money on that product or not. And in today's example, I'm going to be using CJ Dropshipping as the supplier that you might be thinking about using, because it is one of the best ones out there for a couple different reasons. But one of the first reasons is that they've got multiple different warehouses all around the world. For example, they've got a US warehouse, they've got their main warehouse in China, Germany, Australia, Canada, etc., etc. But the warehouse that I'm going to be using in today's example is the US warehouse. So let me just click into it. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, there's all of these different categories. There's all of these different trending products that they have. And all of these different items are currently available in the US warehouse, which means that if you're looking to dropship to customers that are based in the US, you're going to be able to offer them quicker delivery. And from this point, it's just going to be a simple case of just scrolling through and seeing if there's an item that stands out to you that you believe that you might be able to sell a lot better than someone else. So for example, there's this item over here that looks like a bike seat cushion. So if you're someone that is into cycling and you know that you're going to be able to market this product, you may want to do product research to make sure that people are actually spending money on it. So what I'm going to do is see if this product over here is selling well, which is this men's outdoor belt. So what I'm going to do is just click into it. Now, one of the first things that I do specifically when it comes to using CJ Dropshipping is to check if they've got enough quantity available in the warehouse that I'm looking to use. So if I was looking to use the US warehouse, I'm going to check over here to see if they've got enough. And yep, it seems that they've got over 500 units available. But when it comes to making sure that customers are searching for it and spending money on it, the product research tool that I like to use is Zeek Analytics. So what I'm going to do is just log into my account, and I've clicked on the product research tab. And as you can see, there's all of these different filters that I'm going to be able to select. So I've already selected the shipping location, I've put the United States, and I've also selected the eBay site, which is ebay.com. And then all I simply need to do from this point is just type in the keyword for the item that I'm looking to sell, which is men's belt. And then I'm going to click on search. Okay, perfect. So as you guys can see, Zeek Analytics was able to come back with a lot of useful information that's going to help me decide on whether or not this product is a winning product or not. So as you can see over here, it's able to show me the sales earnings in the last 30 days. And we can see that over $62,000 was spent on an item that contained the keywords men's belt, which is obviously a good sign. For this number over here, I ideally like to make sure that it's above 20,000. So this is way above the minimum amount that I would personally look for when it comes to listing a product on my eBay store. Another thing that I like to look out for is the successful listing rate. And as you can see, men's belt has an 88% chance of you being able to make a sale. For this one, I like to make sure that the successful listing rate is minimum, let's say 50, maybe 60%. So far so good. We can see that customers are definitely searching for this item and they're spending money on it. And we're also able to use Zeek Analytics when it comes to seeing exactly which types of men's belts customers are spending money on. Because Zeek Analytics is going to be able to rank it from the most purchased listing to the least purchased listing that's currently on eBay for the keyword that we're searching. And right there, we can see that the same type of men's belt that is on CJ Dropshipping is one of the most searched for belts on eBay.com. So that's more or less what I do when it comes to understanding the best products to sell. I just try and do the best product research by using Zeek Analytics, double checking if it's a popular product or not. And by the way, if you also want to sign up to Zeek Analytics for a 7-day trial so that you can go away and find your own winning products, I've got a trial link in my description down below. But once you have found a winning product that you're happy to sell on your eBay store, the next thing that you're going to need to understand as a complete beginner is how to rank your products in the eBay search results. Now, one of the things that you need to understand about the eBay platform is that it's a search engine, which means that customers go on there, type in an item that they're looking to buy, and then from there, results are going to pop up. Similar to how Google or YouTube is a search engine as well, people go on there, type in something for them to get a particular result. That's exactly how eBay works as well. And the reason why I'm letting you guys know this is because if you are able to understand that eBay is a search engine, you're going to now understand that it's quite simple when it comes to getting your products ranked high in the eBay search results. But of course, there's a few things that you're going to need to know. So for example, once you get to this page where you're now going to create your first listing, as you can see over here, when it comes to the photos and video, eBay allows you to upload 24 images. So you want to ideally make sure that you're maxing that out with various different angles of the product that you're selling. If you're able to use more images, automatically eBay system is going to see that as you trying to give the customer a lot more information. And of course, they're going to show your listing to more and more people. When it comes to the title section, you also want to make sure that you're packing this section out with as many keywords as possible. As you can see over here, eBay allows up to 80 different characters. You want to try and max this out as well with highly searched for keywords. You don't want to use useless keywords that's going to take up space. So it's always good to make sure that you're using highly searched for keywords in your title. And the same thing goes with this section over here, the item specifics. You want to try and pack all of this out, fill out as much information as possible. Try and use any keywords in any of these different sections where you can. And when it comes to using keywords, one of the final places that you need to make sure that you're packing as many keywords as possible is your description. In addition to making sure that you're giving the customer all the information they need for them to make the best buying decision possible, you also want to use as many highly searched for keywords. And you're probably wondering right now, but Sam, how exactly do I find the best keywords to use? Well, there's a number of different ways that you can find this out. You can go over to eBay just like this, type in the main keyword for the product that you want to sell and see exactly what other sellers are using in their titles. So for example, sticking with the same product that we're looking at, which is men's belt, I'm just going to type it in there just like that and then click on search. And then what I want to do from this point is just look at all of the different men's belts at the top and see what are the main keywords that all of them have used in their titles, in their description. I'm going to click into them, analyze all of the different listings and try and spot any common keywords that majority of the top sellers have used throughout their entire listings. So that's one of the ways that you can do it. But one of the other ways that you can do it is by using Zeek Analytics keyword research tool. So let me just jump back onto Zeek Analytics just like this. Then what I'm going to do is come over here to title builder. Then what I need to do is just type in the main keyword for the product, which is men's belt, just like that, and then click on search. So again, Zeek Analytics is going to be able to provide me with a lot of useful information when it comes to the long tail keyword ideas in terms of the amount of searches that that particular keyword got and how many sales it was able to generate. So as we can see over here, belts for men seems to be the highly searched for keyword, and it was able to bring in the most sales. And then after that, I can see that leather belts is the second best performing keyword, quick release belts, I'm going to be able to see all of these different keywords that I could potentially use in my listing. But moving on to one of the final things that I want to touch on in this video, which is what you need to know in terms of how to grow your eBay business once you start generating sales. Now, when it comes to growing and scaling an eBay business, just like with any other business out there, there's a lot that goes into it. But one of the things that I would advise you to do is to grow your inventory base as quick as possible. So if you are looking to do eBay dropshipping, you want to list as many products as possible. Now, you are going to be restricted to a certain selling limit when you first get started. But once you start bringing in sales and you start shipping out those sales and you start getting positive feedback, you want to contact eBay straight away and try and get your selling limit increased, because by doing this, it's going to allow you to list more products. And if you're able to list more products, you're going to be able to bring in more revenue and profit. So that's one of the ways that you can grow your eBay business. Another way that you can grow your business is by generally growing your e-com business. And what I mean by that is that you want to use eBay as just one of the methods for you to bring in revenue. What I did when I first started selling on eBay is that I was able to get my sales to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per month. And then from that point, I now scaled things onto Amazon and Shopify by listing the exact same products that I had on my eBay store onto those two other platforms. By me doing this, I was able to now have 3 different methods and 3 different income sources. But whatever the case is, or however you decide to scale things up, you just want to have the mindset of using eBay as a platform when it comes to growing your e-com business in general. The mistake that so many beginners make when they first start selling products on eBay is that they're so fixated on building up an eBay business rather than trying to build up an e-commerce business. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe as well and hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know when a brand new video has been released that's going to help you when it comes to making money online. And if you also want to get a little bit more information on exactly what goes into building up an eBay business from scratch, then I'd advise you to check out www.projectebay.com, because over there what I've done is gone through my entire journey when it came to building up my eBay business in terms of all of the different obstacles that I had to overcome, all of the different lessons, how to list my product in the best way. You essentially get to sit over my shoulder and see exactly what I would do if I was looking to start a brand new eBay business right now. So you can check that out by visiting the website that's on the screen right now, or you can click the first link that's in the description down below. And if you also want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago where I break down some other tips and tricks that's going to help you when it comes to selling on eBay, things that I didn't really talk about today, then make sure you click the link right there. Check that out straight after this one because it's already helped out so many people and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.